quarter of a mile, at Wagoners Roundabout, take the second exit onto the Parkway, A312. Exit the roundabout onto the Parkway. Continue on the Parkway for 1 mile.
An error on there, something which is on there which isn't actually your debt at all, and you don't want to find this sort of thing out when you're in the middle of a mortgage application, so check your credit records beforehand.
Very good. This is what we're talking about for the hour. Claire Barrett is here, consumer editor of the Financial Times. Sarah Williams, editor of Debt Camel. 44% of adults in a survey said they'd be in much better shape financially if they knew basic money management skills. So if you have a question, fire away. It's 0345 6060 973. Sarah and Claire here until 7. At 7, it's Ian Dale, of course, including tonight between 8 and 9, the TUC General Secretary Francis O'Grady with Ian for the hour between 8 and 9. Now, at 6:30, Amelia Cox with the headlines.
A Conservative MP claims Tory rebels are facing blackmail and intimidation from government ministers. The Prime Minister says he's seen no evidence of the tactics being used to encourage backbenchers to support him. Joe Biden has warned Russia will pay a heavy price if it invades Ukraine following criticism for earlier comments. The US President yesterday suggested a minor incursion would elicit a lesser response. Coronavirus measures designed to curb the spread of the Omicron variant in Northern Ireland are being lifted. From tomorrow, the rule of 6 and table...
In a quarter of a mile, at Cranford Parkway interchange, take the second exit onto the M4 slip road to Heathrow Airport, M25.
Trusted by over 250,000 landlords.
There's been an increase in congestion on roads in London and Manchester as people make a return to offices in England. Work from home guidance has been scrapped as the easing of Plan B COVID restrictions began. LBC weather dry and clear for most tonight. Some drizzle in the far north of Scotland, a low of -4.
This is LBC. This January on Sky Cinema. Save the cinema. An incredible...
Exit the roundabout onto the slip road. In a quarter of a mile, merge onto M4.
Won't get away with it.
I don't without a theatre, it is hot.
Starring Samantha Morton, Tom Felton and Jonathan Price. A Sky original film. Save the cinema. Now showing in cinemas and on Sky Cinema.
What are your 2022 business goals? Data security? Minimizing downtime? Dell Technologies can help you achieve every goal during our New Year event. From transforming digital workspaces to providing comprehensive end-to-end IT solutions. Find the latest high-performance PCs with powerful hardware-based security. Dell Technologies recommends Windows 11 Pro for business. Chat with a Dell Technologies advisor at dell.co.uk or call 0800 085 4878. Experience the untouched Caribbean island of Tobago. Go for a hike and be awed by majestic waterfalls.
The closest you could get to paradise.
Hike all the way up to Argyle Falls.
vacation in style in a glass-bottom boat. Book something to look forward to in the British Airways sale. Flights plus 7 nights hotel from $549 per person. Book by January 25th at ba.com/Tobago. Fly British Airways. Book now and change later with flexible booking options. Terms and conditions apply. Sale ends January 25th. Limited availability. Selected holidays in September 2022. Atoll protected.
Euronics is a network of over 600 independent electrical stores. They've been right on your high street for generations, each one offering great local service and value on big brand home appliances like AEG, Belling and stoves. Everything comes direct from your local store. Get the brands you love. Pop in, go online or give them a call. Independent stores supporting local communities, just how it should be.
Euronics.
Today's $1.99 wrap of the day is the barbecue bacon and chicken one. Guaranteed to cause flavour envy. Picture a soft tortilla wrap filled with
Crispy chicken.
Lush, smoky barbecue sauce.
delicious bacon too, yes please. Today's $1.99 barbecue bacon and chicken one. So big on flavour, everyone will want some. Only at McDonald's. From 11 a.m.
Just think, an office deep clean that helps protect your workplace for up to 28 days. That's Ice Shield from Ice Cleaning. Using electrostatic technology, Ice Shield is effective at protecting the workplace, giving peace of mind for a safer working environment for up to 28 days. Protect your team with Ice Shield from Ice Cleaning, the UK's cleaning experts. icecleaning.co.uk.
Eddie Mair on LBC.
If you're worried about the cost of living crisis, if you have a very basic question about understanding some of the terms used in finance, we have help at hand. Claire Barrett, consumer editor of the Financial Times, Sarah Williams, editor of Debt Camel. Of course, you should always seek your own detailed personal financial advice. Claire and Sarah doing their best to give general advice that will be of use to as many people as possible. And Kartik is in Wembley. Hi, Kartik.
Hi, Ian. This is the first time I'm calling LBC. Good to talk to you. And my question is, I'm really shocked by the energy bill that I'm getting now. You know, 2 years before I was
In a quarter of a mile, keep right to stay on M4.
electric, and I was paying around 100 or 120 pounds altogether per month. But you know, now I'm paying altogether 400 plus on electric and just electric only, and then 60 pounds plus for the water. You know, for me the previous one was all inclusive, will be around
Keep right to stay on M4.
460 pounds plus. I can't imagine how the bills are being charged, and I don't know. I'm using the same level of
Continue on M4 for 2 miles.
no change whatsoever, and I can see even we are actually four, a home. You know, the same amount of energy used by our neighbors, and they're getting very low bills. And you know, I was really shocked. I don't know why. And when I spoke to this my energy supplier, they were asking me to change to smart meter. And I'm also hearing that, the people who have changed to smart meter, one of my friends, he has got bills more than 1,000. You know, this is really shocking. I don't know where these bills are coming from. And when I was using very less on my previous place, how can I use both? Is the cost of, moving to a flat which is on electric only, is it a very bad idea? We made a big mistake?
Kartik, it was a series of good questions and thoughts and observations. Claire.
Well, obviously we know that energy bills are going up, but that does sound like a really large increase, particularly if neighbours in similar properties are saying that they're not paying as much. Now, we also know there's a lot of variation in the market at the moment, because if you had a good deal with a supplier and they went bust, you would have lost that deal, you would have been put with a new supplier. So I definitely think you need to phone the energy supplier. It's not unknown for there to be problems with meters, particularly older meters. They can come out and they can do a test. Sometimes they can do a test, a space test, it's called, just not even by coming into your property. I've had a problem before where my night meter and my day meter have been mixed up, and I was incorrectly charged £700 1 month, which I got back, fortunately. Also wrote a nasty column about the company.
Handy if you want to work at the FT.
Who did it. So it's not, beyond the enormous amount for this to happen, but certainly with the water bills, it's worth, if you're a single occupant, you can usually with water companies get a discount if you're living on your own, if you go onto what's called the assessed household charge, if you're not paying it by a meter, but also with metered users for people who are low occupant, 1 or 2 people living in the property. Often they find
in a quarter of a mile, keep right to stay on M4.
Have been helpful. Sarah may well have something to add.
Sarah.
Yeah, moving from gas and electric to more electric does tend to put up your bills. Gas tends to be cheaper than electric for heating. But those amounts are very high for...
Keep right to stay on M4.
And if your neighbours have also got all electric and they've got much lower bills, then that does sound like there might be something...
Continue on M4 for 4 miles.
Get to a supplier to come around and have a look at the meter. You can do the easy things, like just go round and switch everything off. Everything you can find, even switch the fridge off. This isn't going to be for a long while. You just try to switch everything in the house off and see if that smart meter is still ticking up. That's quite a basic check to see what could possibly be going wrong. Do you have a hot water tank?
Yeah, storage. It's not. It's all electric, so there's nothing. No boilers or nothing. So
there isn't really a big tank or anything. It's all just when you switch it on, it heats the water up.
Yes, and
okay.
I'm really surprised and shocked because we have not been using a very high level of energy, and we also have storage heaters, and still we are in economy 77. So.
Right. If you've got storage heaters and you should be on an economy rate for overnight, it's well worth getting that looked into because, as Claire said, there may be something wrong when you may be being charged the day rate.
It does sound like that needs to be investigated, Kartik. I would get onto your supplier in the first instance. Thank you for the call. Good luck with it. Tracy is in Uxbridge. Hi, Tracy.
Hello. I'm on Universal Credit, and at the moment I'm coping. I can pay my bill. I'm not in debt for anything, but I am absolutely scared of the big bill increases in gas and electric. And I'm wondering, I don't want to get into debt, and I'm wondering if I can pay when the bill comes in April in instalments. If I can't, I'm coping with the amount I get. At the moment I'm making a ticking price due for the next 2 days, so I can cope with the money I'm getting. I'm not moaning at that, but I'm just scared at how much this bill's going to be.
Yeah, and Tracy, you're honestly not the only one who is scared of these bill increases. There was a YouGov poll last week where 3 out of 10 families said that they just wouldn't be able to afford to pay in April when the bills go up, which should...
In 2 miles, at junction 6, take the A355 exit to Slough Central.
It's a national problem. It's going to become a political problem, and we've spoken a lot over the last few weeks about how the government will help people who are on low incomes. They've identified that they want to direct help towards the lowest paid. They don't want to just cut that, for example, on energy bills, or do things that would help everyone. And there is a lot of speculation that they could increase the warm home discount, which I'm sure you've applied for. It's worth £140 and it's paid out normally in March. There's lots of hope that that could be made much higher, maybe even £300. But as I said, we've got to wait and see what they do on that. But in the meantime, anyone who's worried about paying their energy bills, whether they're a prepayment customer or whether they pay by direct debit, the best thing to do is contact your supplier, and I'm sure Sarah will have something to add, because energy debt is going to become a big problem for all companies and they need to deal with customers fairly.
So you asked if you could pay it by instalments. If you're getting a quarterly bill at the moment, you can definitely ask your supplier if you can pay this monthly. You can't really spread the quarterly bill over longer, because then you get into the next bill, and so you can't. If it was just just a one-off debt that you owed £400 from last year, you can ask to spread off repaying that over a longer period. But the bills that keep coming, you can't keep spreading those out longer and longer. So what is important, as Claire said, is to get all the help you can. You may be able to get the warm home discount at the moment. I hope the government is going to change the warm home discount scheme so that more people can get it and that it is more generous.
In a quarter of a mile, at junction 6, take the A355 exit to Slough Central.
Problems paying your bills at that point. But it's always worth talking to your local citizens' advice to see what help is available locally in your area.
Thank you, Tracy. We have Diane now. Welcome, Diane.
Hello, yes.
Hi.
Good evening. It's my
Exit at junction 6.
Well, you're very welcome. You take your time.
Yeah, so what happened was I suffered...
In a quarter of a mile, at the roundabout, take the third exit onto Tuns Lane, A355.
Now passed on, he left behind a lot of debt in my name, which he ran up. Plus, the debt company were writing me to see where it's in my name. I tried to explain to them the situation, but everything's falling on deaf ears, and I'm blacklisted, or my credit rating has been down the drain, and they ask for evidence, but I don't really want to keep reliving the whole experience of being threatened with a hammer. I nearly lost my life, so I got an injunction. I was wondering whether I could direct them to maybe write to the court themselves, or what do I do, or maybe write to the doctors. I don't really have the energy or the
Exit the roundabout onto Tuns Lane.
Oh, Diane, I'm so very sorry for what you've been through.
Sorry,
In a quarter of a mile, turn left towards Sippenham Lane.
to look for information to send to the debt company and make it writing, you made an agreement with this and stuff, and I think some of the debts might be here, because before he died, he smashed up all the house and smashed up all the information, so I can't prove that. It needs to prove that I'm still the situation. I've just been living life like this, and it's affecting my health.
Of course. It's horrific, Diane. Thank you very much for calling in. Do stay right there. Let me turn to you, Sarah.
Turn left towards Sippenham Lane.
It is a horrific situation. A sort of lower level financial abuse can be quite common. There's a lot of people that suffer from it. There aren't that many people that have this sort of level of domestic...
Continue for 1.5 miles.
...combined with financial abuse. And it can be very difficult because every single company you want to talk to, you have to explain it all again, and it can be quite triggering, having to relive situations you want to try and put behind you and not have to keep thinking about. I will say go and talk to a good debt advisor, talk to your local citizens' advice and ask them to write the letters on your behalf. Most creditors, all of the Consumer Credit Act creditors, the lenders, the banks, credit cards and things, they will have special teams that deal with people in vulnerable situations. And when you say the words domestic abuse and financial abuse, you should be listened to sympathetically. It would be great if you could just have this conversation once and that everybody could be told what happened. But at the moment, going to a debt advisor and asking them to help write the letters on your behalf is going to be the best thing that you can do.
Diane, all the best. Thank you for calling in. Sarah Williams here till 7. Claire Barrett here till 7. The phone number 0345 6060 973. The news headlines now, Amelia Cox.
The Prime Minister has rejected claims by one of his own MPs that Tory rebels are being blackmailed to support him. Joe Biden has clarified earlier comments and insists any Russian attack on Ukraine will lead to sanctions. And the rule of six and table service at hospitality venues is being scrapped in Northern Ireland from tomorrow. LBC weather dry and clear for most tonight. Some drizzle in the far north of Scotland, a low of -4.
LBC Travel, I'm Dave Goff. There are queues on the M25 clockwise. 2 lanes are closed at junction 27 for the M11. A car has overturned. It is also very slow on the M25 clockwise because a car has broken down. That's between junction 23 for the A1M and junction 24 for Potters Bar, so 1 lane is closed. In East Dulwich, the South Circular Road remains closed in both directions between the Grove and Dulwich Park because a water main has burst, so there are delays with queues en route through Sydenham. There are also queues on the A1, the Barnet bypass heading out of town. 1 lane stays closed at Mill Hill Circus on the roundabout. That's because a car has broken down. And on the trains, Southeastern services aren't moving at Charing Cross because of an investigation.
Coming up at 7 on LBC, Ian Dale.
Food prices are rocketing, so are energy costs. How is this affecting your ability to manage your household budget?
Ian Dale on LBC.
New year, new Tesco mobile deals in our January sale, powered by Club Card Prices. Get incredible deals this month and join an award-winning network. Not bad for a supermarket. This is Supermarket Mobile. Pop in or search Tesco Mobile. Every little helps.